I want to ask you about the Knicks.
Please.
Right now.
Yeah.
This is a great time for you guys. Great time for the organization. Great time for the city of New York.
We almost burned down the city after a second round victory.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, outside. I mean, talk to me. How you guys feeling right now? How's the city feeling? What's going on? Why is it such a big deal right now?
What's so fun is to talk to you
haven't
about
won
this.
A championship
like
yet.
when I told my son yesterday that I was coming to do this podcast with you, he's 12. He's like, tell him he's a bitch.
Because I picked the other team to go against the Knicks?
No, not even that. Because my son's real educated like that. He knows you're an all-time Miami Heat, and we have to hate you.
Yes, this is true.
This is how I built him.
This is true.
And he's part of that generation that talked. I was like,
my son's generation too. Yeah.
You know, he's gonna punch you in his mouth when he sees you now, Xander. You know this because you were here winning championships, and you know what's been going on in New York for the last 25 years. The Knicks, I got a great way to explain this to everybody. When I was 15, I was driving right now. When I was 17, the number one, this is pre-internet, the number one thing diehard sports fans loved in the New York tri-state area back in the day, pre-internet, was Mike and the Mad Dog on Drive Time Radio. That was the biggest show. Every show down here that's big, all of it came from Mike and the Mad Dog. In the 80s, Mike and the Mad Dog was the first, WFAN was the first 24-hour sports station in the world. Mike and the Mad Dog was the number one show. Mike Francesa and Mad Dog Chris Russo, who's on it, right? They were everything to us. Look at, you see him, right? You see my goosebumps?
I can see your
They
goosebumps.
were everything to me. Like I would sit in my parents' car, my mom's car after school to listen to them. I don't know why I didn't figure out to get a radio in the house, but one day I don't remember, maybe 90, I'll tell you actually now I remember. The Knicks beat the Bulls in a second round playoff game, I think in 91, in game one, Ewing went off. The Bulls had just won their first title. We thought we were gonna lose 4-0. And we stole game one. And it was just like, next day in school was a party. And Mike Francesa said something that I, to this day, have never forgotten. He said, New York. He goes, we got the Giants. We got the New York Yankees. We got the New York Giants. He goes, but let there be no confusion. New York is a Knicks town. And it caught me. And then the Knicks had that whole 92, 93, and 94 was the summer of everything. When KD and Kyrie went to Brooklyn, and we got Randall. And I remember nobody gave a about what Brooklyn was doing. And Knicks got into the playoffs and the city lost its mind. I remembered that story of 15, 20 years ago.
Yes.
Mike Francesa saying, New York is a Knicks town, not a Yankees town, not a Giants town. And I think what America's seeing right now is that New York is a Knicks town.
Fucking right.
Madison Square Garden's in the middle of the city, basketball mecca of the world. And I feel as though Knicks fans are just so hungry. It's been such a long drought. And we want it so bad. And this team is also a Knicks throwback team. Carmelo's teams, Amari, JR, we loved them. There was Shump. We loved those teams. You guys battled with them a little bit. But this team,
this is a gritty.
This is a different, like
gritty,
Brunson
tough,
is like, you know,
grimy.
Yeah, Josh Hart, are you kidding me?
I agree.
Yeah, and so this is the right kind of team. My generation is now in their late 40s, early 50s. Like I play pickup basketball still to this day. Like I'm Anthony Mason. I foul on I foul on every
man.
RIP
Real
is
one.
right. Like
OG.
I foul on every play. No easy baskets. Stefan, you know, like it's, and that's this team, and we're besides ourselves. And to knock out Boston.
Yes. Yes.
Do you know how much New York hates Boston when it comes to sports?
I think everybody hates Boston.
Makes sense. They've won so much. They've earned it. They've earned it. Kudos to them.
They have.
And now, with all this, to make the Eastern Conference Finals, to make it Indiana, besides y'all and Chicago, but Chicago's been also irrelevant for so long.
Yes.
That's Miami, Chicago, Boston, and Indiana for Knicks fans is that kind of like
Reggie
core
Miller.
four. And then you look on what gets crazy is on the other side, if God willing, God bless, they can get to the finals, you're either going to have OKC, which is going to have their former center that we loved, Hartenstein.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
if it's Minnesota, I mean,
Julius Randle. You got to deal with Julius, a different
and
Julius.
DiVincenzo, who
Yes.
I mean, when I tell you, our hearts got ripped out
Yes.
in that trade, even though we were thrilled and knew what we were getting with Cat. New
Dante is tough.
New York is out of its mind right now. It's on full tilt. You could feel it everywhere. And these next couple of weeks are just going to be crazy. And I'm happy for the NBA because when the Knicks are cooking, it's good for basketball.
Is Brunson the top 5, Nick?
I still think, look, it's Willis, Walt, Ewing, Bernard. He's not there yet. And then you got the role players, DeButcher and Bill Bradley and Phil Jackson.
Melo, 7-time All-Star.
And then you got and then you got that last group, the Melo, crew, and Melo's right there. I think Brunson getting to the finals will do it.
If he wins it, he's a top.
If he wins a title?
If he wins a title in New York, he's top 5, Nick.
Yes, 100%, 100%. I was with Kat personally. I said, Kat, you have no idea what happens in this town if you win a championship.
Oh.
I'm like, Victor Cruz walks around like he's a
This is true.
god.
This is true.
Like he was a very good player. John Starks
This is
walks
true.
around New York as a god.
This is true.
And he didn't win a title. We just got to the finals. If this crew wins, there's something different about it. Look, New York is easily, arguably, the most important city in the entire world. Do you know how crazy that is? In the entire world. It may be, I would argue definitely is, but I'm empathetic to people that want to talk about Shanghai or some other places. I have no idea. London, fine, but like New York City is the most important city in the world. You win a championship for the sport that is most in the blood of that city, that has not won one in 50 years. That's statue. And I don't mean like the statues they do in sports. I'm talking like a actual monument that has nothing to do with at Madison Square Garden. I think the city will burn to the ground if the Knicks can win this.
Wow.
Here is a dirty little secret that insurance industry may want to keep under wraps. Insurance companies profit by holding on to your money for as long as possible. So after an accident, they might do whatever they can to delay or deny your claim. This way, they can keep those profits growing. Morgan & Morgan fights hard against these corporations to fight to make sure you get every dollar you deserve. When in court, the insurance companies want juries to think that at-fault driver is the one paying the verdict amount. Meanwhile, it's really the insurance companies who are covering the cost. When Morgan & Morgan takes on a case, they're almost always going after the big insurance companies and not the individuals at fault. Morgan & Morgan fights hard for their clients, and these corporations know that. A recent client in Pennsylvania just received $29 million. That's $29 million. Insurer's best offer was $500,000. Another recent client in Florida received $20 million. Last offer, $0. There's a reason why Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury firm. Hiring the wrong firm can be disastrous. Hiring the right firm could substantially increase your settlement. With Morgan & Morgan, it's easy to get started, and their fee is free unless they win. Just visit forthepeople.com/OGs or dial #law 529. That's forthepeople.com/OGs or dial #law 529. This, my friends, is a paid advertisement. Basketball fans, it's win or go home time. The NBA Conference Championships are here and the intensity is off the charts. Every possession matters, and there's still time to get in on the action with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. Here's the deal. New customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll score $300 in bonus bets. That's right. Pick your side, place your bet, and get ready to cash in. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and sign up using code OGs. The crown is yours. Stay in on the action and use your $300 in bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. If sports betting is not available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Pick 6 and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code OGs and bet just $5 on any wager and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's promo code OGs only at DraftKings Sportsbook.